A very good afternoon, and you're welcome to the World News at Noon on Honor 103.5 FM, Ibadan. I am Oluwatobi Ojumu. First, the headlines. On the national news, Obedience Movement Coordinator discloses Peter Obi submits single tenure proposal to opposition coalition led by Atiku. All Progressives Congress confident of victory dismisses coalition against President Tinubu. And on African news, Uganda military helicopter crashes at Somalia airport. On the foreign scene, President Trump announces the Israel agreement to 60-day ceasefire in Gaza. United States halts some weapons shipments to Ukraine. And on business news, marketers refuse to lower petrol prices despite the poor reduction. And on sports news, Atalanta insists on Luke Fran's mega price tag. Now the news in detail. The Labour Party's presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Mr. Peter Obi, has formally submitted the single tenure proposal to the opposition coalition for consideration. This revelation was made by the National Coordinator for Obedience Movement Worldwide, Dr. Yunusa Tanko, during the conferment of a chieftaincy title on Mr. Obi in Gombe State. According to Dr. Tanko, Mr. Obi's 4-year single tenure proposal is now with the opposition coalition, championed by notable figures like former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and former Senate President David Mark. Dr. Tanko expressed optimism that the coalition would align with Mr. Obi's 4-year ambition, stating that Mr. Obi embodies integrity, which is what Nigeria needs now. The All Progressive Congress has expressed confidence that President Bola Tinubu will emerge victorious in the 2027 election, despite the growing coalition aimed at ousting him from power. The coalition has announced plans to adopt the African Democratic Congress as a political platform. In a statement issued after the meeting, the coalition members attacked the President Tinubu administration, labeling it a disaster to the nation. The APC dismissed the coalition as a non-threat, but its unified platform has caused national discourse with an official unveiling set for Wednesday. And on to African news, where a Uganda military helicopter with 8 people on board has crashed at the Aden International Airport in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu. An aviation official confirmed the incident, stating that a fire broke out after the crash but was quickly contained by emergency services. The cause of the crash and casualty figures are currently unclear. An investigation is on the way, led by the head of the Somali Civil Aviation Authority, Ahmed Malim. Mr. Malim stated that the helicopter had come down in the airport's military section after flying in from the Baludugri air base. And on to the foreign scene. The United States President Donald Trump has announced that Israel has agreed to the necessary conditions for a 60-day ceasefire in Gaza. President Trump made a statement on social media saying the U.S. will work with all parties to end the war during the proposed ceasefire. The announcement comes ahead of a meeting between President Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu scheduled for next week. President Trump has expressed optimism that a deal can be reached, saying Prime Minister Netanyahu wants to end hostilities in Gaza. And also in the United States, the White House has announced that the U.S. is halting some weapons shipments to Ukraine, citing concerns over low U.S. military stockpiles. This decision comes as Russia's war against Ukraine intensifies, with Ukraine facing its biggest aerial attack since the start of the invasion. According to White House spokesperson Anna Kelly, the decision was made to put America's interests first following a Department of Defense review. The pause affects deliveries of Patriot air defense missiles, precision artillery rounds, and other missile systems used by Ukraine. The development comes as French President Emmanuel Macron urged a ceasefire in Ukraine during a phone call with Russian President Vladimir Putin. And to the business news. Despite the ex-depot petrol price reduction by the Dangote Petroleum Refinery on Monday, many marketers have refused to adjust their pump prices, stating potential losses. The marketers speaking to newsmen said that they can't chew up their pump prices unless they exhaust the products purchased at prices around 900 naira per litre. The Dangote Refinery reduced the depot petrol price from 880 to 840 per litre effective from June 30. However, other depot owners and importers have adjusted their prices to reflect the new price regime, with most depots dropping the gantry prices to an average of 845 per litre. Filling stations, however, have yet to change their pump prices, with many selling petrol at an average of 920 naira to 935 naira in Ogun State and other parts of the southwestern zone. Retail outlets owned by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) have also maintained the prices, selling petrol at 915 in Lagos State and 925 in Ogun State. And finally, on the world news at noon, Italia's Serie A side Atalanta have made it clear that Nigerian forward Ademola Lookman will only be allowed to leave the club this summer if a suitable offer is made. The club has placed a significant price tag of between 45 million euros and 50 million euros on the 2024 African Footballer of the Year. According to the Italian newspaper, Atalanta are not opposed to Lookman's exit, but will not only consider offers that meet their valuation. Despite interest from top European sides including Arsenal, Liverpool and Paris Saint-Germain, none have submitted an offer that meets Atalanta's demands. Lookman has been impressive form since joining Atalanta in 2022, scoring 55 goals and providing 25 assists across all competitions. That's about it on the world news at noon on Honor 103.5 FM Ibadan. The news was edited by Adedamola Saka. I am Oluwatobi Ojumu. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.
And that was the news on Honor